So here are some cool things you can do. Let's get rid of that. And Soundation. There's a cool drum machine in Soundation. I'll show you. It's called the SPC, and you get it by adding a channel, and you add an instrument channel, and you have all these different instruments that you can click up. So I just added this one, and you've got all these things. You go to the pull down, the pull menu, the pull down menu, and you can add all these things. I got the SPC. You add a pack, and they all have different packs. It's kind of like the MPC 60, which is a very hip thing back in the 80s or 90s, probably in the 90s, I think. And so cool, you can actually edit these samples. I can make it more punchy. What does bite mean? Let's see. Oh, love it. Let's do that. All right, so now I can make those sounds happen by a number of different ways. I click here and I create a note clip, and I can drag that by grabbing the end of it. And then here, this is what's going on in that note clip. Now, this program doesn't actually show you where the drum sounds are, but if you click on the keys and play them, you'll eventually hit it. And I do a 2-finger drag, and I can get to the sounds. Well, that's wicked. It's got a big attack, or a big decay. There it is. And if I click in the right above the numbers, and I do a command or an alt, I guess it is, 2-finger drag up, it'll magnify this area, and I can get in there. I can see the bars, and I can see the beats, and I can see the subdivisions, which is a lot of stuff we've been talking about when we analyze tremors. So now here's 2 measures, and I that's my bass drum. So I'm going to start right there, and up here I'm going to cycle those 2 measures. I can grab these locators on the sides and cycle these 2 measures. So here we go. I also just want to hear this particular sound, so I'm going to solo this. Actually, I'm going to mute these other tracks. So now the only one that I'll hear is this. Slow my tempo down a little bit here by clicking and dragging. I want to make it sort of chill. A little quicker. That's a bit slow. There you go. And then where's your... So I like that bass drum. I'm going to put another one in the other. I'm going to close this up. I've got this other one here, this SPC that I used as a snare. I'm going to unmute it. Let's build some other stuff. Let's get in there. I'm gonna select all by doing Alt A. I'm gonna increase all the stuff in there. Somewhere a snare drum is happening. I don't know where it is. Let's just erase that note clip. There it is. So I click on that. I move those guys around. That's cool. Now I have this other SPC. There's other drum machines you can add. You can also change the volume on that. I like having like the snare drum and the bass drum on different tracks, because then I can add effects on each of those tracks. So I could go here. I could add effects. I could add a little bit of reverb on my snare drum. That's nice. And then back to this particular, I can click on back on the. I can click back on the. This is where I've got my bass drum, and I can change that effect a little bit. I can mix it right here. I also want to have a hi-hat. So let's put that. Let's see actually what other kind of drum machines we have. Let's add a channel. I can right-click in the stereo down here and add an instrument channel. Oh, look, we got that several cents. Let's make that a drum machine. That sounds good. Now, if I click here, I create a note clip, which is the same thing as a region in GarageBand. I can hear all the, there they are. Between C2 and C4 is usually where you'll find them. There, I like that. I want to magnify this area, so I'm going to do Control, 2 fingers, Command, sorry, 2 fingers, Alt. Sorry, it's Command on a Mac, Alt on a Windows, and 2-finger drag. I can also make this window bigger so that I can really have some real estate to work with. Now I want to make more of these. I like think about where I am. That's what I want. Nah, I want it this one. Cool. And oh, that's a different synth. Does some different things. What else can I do to? I don't want to Europe. I want to go back to my drum. Yeah. I can tune that apparently. That's the closed hat. Oh, that's hip. I can also. There's other. I like that. Slide that over. Those work well. This one's not as good. Yeah. So I'm going to close that up. Remember these layers, nothing. And I can cut and paste. So I can copy that and paste that there. And I can make little modifications, additions. Now I got layers. I can make here, I can go here and make, I've got layers that I can manipulate. I can also make this short. I don't want them all. I'm going to grab the edge of this one and just make these all the same length. Then I'm going to copy them and hang on to that for a little while. Right there, I'm going to click in that area to move the playhead, and bam! Now I've got that going. Now I can add some other things. I can add another instrument. We can add a lot of great. The wood machine. That's funny. Experiment with that. You also have a little keyboard here. You can try things out. That's the wood machine. And you can record things in. I'm at the wood machine. I've got my keyboard. Hit record. And now I can go back and sort of look at my performance, listen to it. I recorded that by playing my keyboard. I mean, like my typing keyboard. And now I can go back and listen to that. I might go drag that one a little bit. It's a little late. Yeah. All right. It turns out to be what it is. You know, these pieces end up having a life of their own. Enjoy them. Let them grow. That's sort of my philosophy. And one more, maybe one more. Let's mess around with some synths. I should say, you do have normal sort of regular sounds. The Sam one, is that the one? No, I'm wrong. The GM2. Here you've got all these kinds of different sounds. You can pick a category and you can grab one and try stuff out again. And then I've got to unmute that. This is the GM2. I can go to percussive and say, that's interesting. Got some toms there. I got some synth drums. I've got an 808 tom. That's nice. I've got guitar. Sure, why not? Because I'm recording online, it's going to be a little late, meaning I'm going to have to fix things up. It's processing how I play a little bit later than I actually play it. So you might have to get in there and mess around with the timings a bit. One other thing that you might like, I mean, all these synthesizers you can sort of play around with, and these knobs, just remember, I'm playing this with the computer keyboard. I can change the attack to sort of make me do things. I've got that's the noiser, the simple synth. This is a frequency modulation synthesizer. By adding the different oscillators, I get different kinds of sounds, and you've got all these prefrets here. That's kind of pretty. Somebody was asking, how do I get those old 1950s sound? This is how you do it. You get in there, and then you can change things like the way the sound is. Does it have a slow attack? Actually, that's the envelope. That's the filter envelope. We want something else. We don't, there it is, the amplitude envelope. So if we do this, it's a short attack. That's a long attack. You can change the release too, so let's go slowly. And then the filter envelope is within the sound itself. You can change how the inner workings of the sound. And that's a lot of fun. That being said, there are some automations you can do. Actually, you can change the volume of a track, but it's just going to set it. It's just going to, you can't, I don't think, actually, I'm wrong. Let's see if it'll export. I don't know if the free version exports these changes. I don't think it does. Let me add a note in there. Then I have to turn that off, display off. I'll add a note. Double. I'm just messing around. So let's do a nice long. I can click on the end of that note and I can drag them in. I like the idea of doing layers. Let's introduce that sound. Copy the automation. Yes. So now, if I go over here, I paste that. Yes. Now I've got some nice layers of going on. Something must be set to loop. I'm not sure why. Let's see if we. Oh, that my automation, my cycling was now it should So yeah, and I just play around with taking layers out and adding layers, and then when you export it, again, first of all, you can. Here's your loops. You could add loops all you want. Um, again, remember you also have effects. You can add effects onto a track itself. You could also add effects on the whole thing, which maybe not a big. When you add effects, here's how you do it if you wanted to. You could add an effects channel, and that's going to affect the whole thing. If you want to affect just one channel, you got those effects down there at the bottom. You can add an effect, and this is just on the one track. So let me get rid of that. So this is on the wub machine. I could add a reverb, or I could add, what else could I add? Oh, I could add distortion. Yeah, you always have to have distortion on the wub machine. It's pretty rich there. I might want to turn that down a little bit. Anyway, you can go. This will take you pretty far. Exporting, you can go to this arrow in the right hand corner. It won't do automation, but you can go quite a ways without doing automation. So I'm going to export that low res version. That's again if you don't want to spend the money, which hey, I'm not. But I might if I wanted to get that automation in there. So let's see if. So there you go. That is Soundation. Enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. Looking forward to save your project, save often. You get 10 free songs to save in there, so I'm going to call it distorted reality. How's that? Save. Now, anytime you log in, that's going to be up there. So, have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening, and make music, enjoy, have fun. Let it be whatever it is. Don't worry about what it's supposed to sound like. I don't really care what it's supposed to sound like. I just want to hear whatever you make. So have fun making layers and bringing in cool sounds. Make it interesting. That's what I'm more interested in, is having it be sort of interesting in whatever ways. Have it change. Remember, I talk about cohesion. I talk about contrast. Don't forget to have contrast. If it goes too long, you'll reach that point of saturation, and you'll need to have some contrast. That's when you want to shake it up and do something different. Take out some layers, add a different layer. All right. Have a great evening. Talk to you later.